West Virginia, up on top of Spruce Knob by the observation tower. If you've ever been here, you know that there's a beautiful spruce forest here. That's how Spruce Knob gets its name. And this observation tower is kind of known amongst astronomers because it's a great place to go stargazing. The skies around here are dark. You're in one of the most remote places in the United States, which is hard for me to believe, but it is. Spruce Knob is pretty remote. I mean, it's not even that far from the house. About 2 hours. It's just that remote. There are no 4-lane roads out here or anything like that. I mean, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, which means the skies are really dark, so it's perfect for a telescope and a night of stargazing. I've made other videos about Spruce Knob. I've made a couple actually that I'm sure I'll link to in the corner here. But still, it's a phenomenal place to visit, and I want to share some of these beautiful shots with you because Spruce Knob is different all year round. I mean, in the fall you get a certain look, in the summer you get a certain look, in the winter, and so on. It's just a really amazing place. And again, it's about 1.5 hours to 2 hours off of Interstate 81. I'm surprised more people don't visit Spruce Knob. And the reason why I say that is Carol and I have been here now about 4 or 5 times. Most of the time that we've been here, we only see probably 5 or 6 people, and it's the highest point in West Virginia. So you would think you'd have more traffic here, but no, it's just a 1-lane road to the top of Spruce Knob. That's it, and most of the time you've got the place to yourself. You know, I love the song Almost Heaven, West Virginia. But it still doesn't do West Virginia justice. West Virginia is just a beautiful state. From north to south, the people are wonderful, the state is wonderful. I love this place. You guys hear me say this kind of stuff all the time, that, you know, different places have kind of a different atmosphere or a different feel. And, you know, always talking about the feels, you know, and Spruce Knob, it feels different, a lot different than the Virginia Skyline Drive or the Blue Ridge Parkway. It has its own thing going on, and that's what I really, really love about it. And I guess you could say I like the feels up here. It's very tranquil, very peaceful, it's very quiet. I mean, the loudest thing right now up here is my voice talking to the camera, but I'm not messing it up for anybody else. A lot of it has to do with privacy too. I like the fact that when you're up here, for the most part, you're by yourself. Trying to find a place to kind of shoot video on Spruce Knob and do voiceover stuff or talk to the camera is very difficult because the wind blows all over the place up here. It's very, very windy. And as I've mentioned in other videos, it has a lot to do with where it's located. This whole mountain chain through here blocks a lot of the weather from the Shenandoah Valley as well as the other ridgeline, and it sort of takes the brunt of it. One side of Spruce Knob gets more rain than the other side, and again, we've talked about that before. So let's talk about that weather difference. Like tonight, it may get down to like 47, 46 degrees. And for an old southern country boy like me, that's pretty cold. It's not that cold for up here on Spruce Knob. From what I understand, it's not uncommon to see snowflakes in June up here. That's what I've heard. That's what I read that on a website. I've even heard a few locals tell me that it's not uncommon to see flurries up here in late June, which is just mind-boggling to me. Again, I've not seen that, but right now it's chilly. I mean, it is chilly. I think it's 58 when we got here, and that temperature is dropping. So tonight it's going to be 46 or 47 degrees. I don't know how long we're staying. We're trying to get used to our telescope and just begin to learn how to use it effectively and make sure that we're doing things right. But it's cold, and we didn't necessarily dress appropriately. And there's no place to hide from the weather up here on the observation tower. But you know, I was thinking about virtual reality, how much I wish I could somehow capture this virtually and then send it to you. And then I had this whole kind of breakdown in my head of what that's going to mean in the future if virtual reality sort of becomes what we've seen in science fiction movies. And by all accounts, that seems to be where we're headed. The ability to kind of literally bring you here and smell the air, feel the wind, and see exactly what we're seeing right now, as opposed to just capturing it and showing it to you in 2D. What is that going to be like? And it sounds exciting, but at the same time, I don't know if you could ever replace actually being here, feeling the warmth of this rock in contrast to how cool and chilly the air is for late August and early September. And that kind of feeling, I just don't think there's anything that's going to replace being there, actually being there. Normally this would be the end of the video, but I have just a few more things to say. First of all, thank my oldest daughter, Anna. She got me this awesome light that I'm using as we're getting our studio together, and I'm just so grateful for Anna and Cody. Thank you so very much for this light. It's awesome. It's cool. I think it's doing its job right now. So thank you so much. And I'm very proud of Anna. She's in her last year of college. Cody graduated last year. Congratulations, Cody, which I've said that before. But Anna is in her last year. She's in her senior year, and she graduates in May. Baby, I'm so proud of you. Daddy loves you so very much. But also, when we went to Spruce Knob, we had a great time, but we were freezing. I mean, the telescope was blowing around because of the wind, and we could have moved it out of the wind, but by the time everything was popping up, and the skies are amazing out there because of the dark skies. I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere, and I mean, it's just awesome to stargaze in West Virginia. Right when everything was starting to pop out and be beautiful, we were frozen to the bone. We were not prepared for that event. We should have been prepared, but we were not prepared. And we came back home only to find out that tonight, the Aurora Borealis can be seen as far south as Spruce Knob in West Virginia, which is one of the greatest places in the world to stargaze, or at least here east of the Mississippi. So we're actually debating whether or not to go out there. So that's kind of exciting. So this video is kind of a part one of a two-part kind of thing, which I don't know how I'm going to be doing a lot of video out there when it's night, but that's a whole different story. Besides, my little camera on my iPhone goes dead if it gets cold, and it's going to be cold out there. But we have like 3 days to capture the Aurora Borealis if it comes down that far south. Now, tomorrow night it's going to be raining, so we can't go tomorrow night, and Sunday night may be the only other opportunity. Nevertheless, we'll keep you posted here. Also, I want to say this, that it is more important now
than it ever has been to make sure that you're subscribed and that you click that little bell for notifications. It is so important to make sure. And if you could do me the greatest favor in the world, if you could share our videos, including this one, on your Facebook page or Twitter feed and say, hey, join these guys, subscribe to their channel, and if you could help us grow, it would be awesome, because we really want to reach 10,000 subscribers by Christmas, and it's possible, but it's only possible if you help. And so I'm asking you now if you could just share this on your social media platforms, whatever you use, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, whatever you're doing, and we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Bill Marion, and this is A Nose for Life. And you like this cheesy MacBook green screen thing, Jiggy? I think that's so cool, but I'm old, so I'm still digging stuff like this. I still think that's cool. It's just the coolest thing ever.